Welcome to RPG TV. I am RPG, and of course, we got the co-host
Pinnacle Rex.
Miss Rosie.
Hey, and we in the building, y'all. We got some good topics for y'all tonight. We're gonna be talking about sex.
We love that.
Yeah, of course, sex, and more sex, and
the
importance of sex in a relationship, complacency in a relationship, and when to end a relationship. So yeah,
that's a good.
Yeah,
right. That's what I was just saying.
Ooh, it's gonna get hot, y'all. It's gonna get hot tonight.
Yeah,
Buckle your seatbelts.
Let's jump it off. You know what I'm saying? By each of us giving our perspective, and why is sex important in a relationship? You know what I'm saying? Y'all can go ahead and start that off.
Pop it.
Okay, sex importance in a relationship. Well, first of all, I feel like, sex is a spiritual energy exchange. So I do think that it is important on many different levels. So I think it's a good way to connect, and I think it can be dangerous though. I think sex can be a dangerous thing at times, especially in today's world. But I think it's important. Sex, the topic of sex, it goes on forever. How often do you have sex? Is it okay to tell, when you're in a relationship, like for me, I don't want to get too personal or anything like that, but
Speak to the people.
How much is too much? Me personally, I'm gonna get real, y'all, because I'm 45. Okay. And for me, it's different now. It's different. Sex is different for me today than it was in my 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15, 20, whenever I very first experienced it. It's not that important to me anymore, even though it is important. I like to enjoy it, and I understand that it's important. I feel like it's important to the man,
You feel like it's more important to the man than to the woman?
But you see, I'm learning things about myself, and I'm going to be honest because, like I said, I'm 45 now, and what I've learned is that, of course, we all heard of menopause and things like that, right? Now, we typically think of menopause in our 50s. I'm gonna keep it real.
Yeah, because men will pause when they find out you're 50.
That's fine with me, and I'm happy to hear that, because at 45, I don't really care anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I really don't. I enjoy it. And I like to have it, and I challenge myself at times. But
let me say no to it a couple times.
I'm thinking, that I'm getting into this age of life where it's not as important to me anymore.
Nigga, I need a booster.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm being honest.
A booster seat
The chair is so fucking low, bro.
So what about you? That's my perspective on it right now. I'm 45, and I feel like, I don't know how many people out there my age are watching, but this thing that goes on with us women, it starts in the 30s is what I've learned. And it's a lot of things that we as women may not be aware of. And I'm damn sure I know that men are not aware of this either, but women go through some things, and we start changing, and our bodies start changing. And
so when would you say a woman is in her physical sexual peak? And I'm not talking about age-wise. I'm saying, when is it that y'all are want it the most, or
you want to know? I think it's when it's different stages. I do think that it could be in earlier years of life,
because they say that.
But also,
what I find funny is I saw scientifically that they say that a woman is in her sexual peak at 35, but you are most fertile much earlier than that's at the end of your fertility. So that's fucking backwards.
No, it sounds about perfect.
No, it doesn't. It does not.
That
makes no sense.
Yeah,
no, it doesn't, because think about it. Women have their menstrual cycle at fucking 11 and 12.
Right. That's
so
right.
they're actually technically able to have a baby at that age, and then it starts going down significantly. At 35, they're at the end of their egg cycle. Like they're damn near 80%.
That's right.
80%. So anything after 35 is considered it's a high risk pregnancy.
That's right.
So yeah, that's not perfect. Sexually, they may be more sexual, but fertility, no, they're not.
Yeah, we may have a more comfortability about our bodies and who we are as women, and we may understand ourselves more, understand sex more as an older woman, to where you could probably enjoy it more and be a little bit more free with it, maybe. Yeah. But I don't know. I can't really answer that because I was with somebody for 20 years who was real conservative, so I didn't really get to experience like that wild, sex life when I was young.
Wow, monkish. Hey, you ain't getting none of that monkish.
Well, I can't say that today, but it took a while to get there.
You niggas ain't that monkey.
Not monkey sex.
but I don't know, y'all. I'm struggling with this thing here, guys.
You struggling with what? Like just with sex or
relationships? Period.
What's the struggle?
Yeah,
there's so many.
No.
No, seriously, it's so many.
What's one?
Well, first of all, I got real bad trust issues. Just
understandable. We are.
Yeah, like
as men, we are.
And so it's just terrible. It's terrible. And for me, I can't speak for all women, but it affects me mentally. Like you were speaking on the other day, like we may not know how something affects a person. For me, it affects me mentally to where it shuts like a bunch of nonsense and playing games and a bunch of women and carrying on, like it shuts me down. Like I don't like it and I don't really agree with it. Yeah. I'm trying to understand it. Yeah. But it can be like a turn off, it can turn you off. Like now, like I don't want to do, I don't have those urges. I don't even want to look at you, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot, guys.
That's because of the trust.
Oh, well, yeah, if you don't trust the person, yeah. And I don't know, guys like to have multiple women and stuff.
What was your original question that you said?
About what's the importance of sex?
What's the importance of sex in a relationship?
And I'm struggling with it.
In a relationship
specifically. Because you just saying stuff and I was going to say something.
Okay.
So I'm trying to go back to the beginning.
Yeah, okay.
Me, all right, so y'all know what's up. We're going straight to the word.
Let's listen.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth.
That's right. And the firmament.
He created man and women, right? But first it was just man. It was just Adam.
Right.
Then God says, it's not good for man to be alone. He needs a helper. B, he created Eve from Adam's rib. So right there you see the first relationship between man and woman. The importance of sex in this situation, just like what you said, sex is a spiritual, connection. Because at that moment, when a man is inserted to a woman, like the Bible says, a man shall leave his mother and father and cleave to his wife, and the two shall become one. You know what I'm saying? When y'all having sex in marriage, y'all are becoming one, and it's a connection. You know what I'm saying? Between his husband and wife and God. And they come together back as one, like they were, you know what I'm saying? Like they come back together.
Right.
And just imagine, I was just telling somebody this the other day.
Okay.
There's, because it's going to be a little vulgar, so to speak, but I'm going to say it in as plainly of a language. There is nothing like coming at the same time with your woman or your man.
That's true. Right.
But like, there's nothing like both of y'all busting at the same time.
That is a nice feeling, boy. I tell you.
There's nothing like that. There's nothing else in this planet that can really. I mean, I don't do drugs like that, so I don't know. Some people, I heard some heroin addicts say that shit was better than sex.
Temperatures rising, your body's hurt. Oh, we're not doing R. Kelly. Sorry.
Yeah, dude.
Chill. Let me focus.
Okay. Back to it.
Anyway, so like, I feel like the importance of sex is because it's quite literally a form of worship. You know what I mean? When it's done correctly,
I love
like you said, sex is dangerous. Anything that's not used correctly is dangerous. Like we all carpenters, we all use circular saws, table saws, band saws, all that shit. Even a hammer can be dangerous if you don't swing that motherfucker right. Oh my God. Muscle awareness. You got one in the head. Back out in Indianapolis.
Yeah, we ain't in there yet.
Daddy say shoes.
I ain't got one.
Bro, he was like, his dad was like, hey, bro, out here, keep that shit in the head. I was like, oh my God.
I like where you're going with this though.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see.
Brother Reginald. Brother Bandy. No.
Brother Bandy. Stop making me laugh, please.
No, for real though.
How much of this go?
No, I appreciate. I do because you say to me sometimes you appreciate, and I appreciate your view. Yeah, I do. I appreciate and respect it because I tell you what, it's very refreshing and it gives people hope. It gives people like me hope to know that it's a genuine.
You feel me?
You feel me? Thank you, brother.
I'll just be out here trying to.
Thank you.
I don't know.
Yeah, I like the way the word kind of brightens him up. You know what I'm saying? You see light up when he bring that word.
It's a good feeling.
I fuck with it. I fuck with that energy. But I gotta say for myself, ladies, fuck your man. Fuck him before he leaves. Fuck him if you're out in the store. Fuck him if you're in the car. I'm telling you.
Fuck
dude,
him all the damn time. Let him pound you. Pound you.
The key, this for me, this is what
A
I
lot
know.
of damn work.
Sex multiple times a day keeps any other chick off of motherfucker's mind. Like
shit.
Completely off of his mind. Like if you got a man and that motherfucker is starving for sex, bro, you got a situation on your hands.
That's not good.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
not good.
I know ladies be like, I'm not in the mood, I got a headache or whatever. Fuck all them excuses, man. Fuck your man. Because I'm telling you, the frequency, it will make that motherfucker cleave to you. Like you almost wanna give it to him so much that he fears losing you.
You know
if
what,
that makes
y'all?
sense.
Can I say something? Listen. Sometimes it's a lot of energy to be doing all this fucking on y'all all the time, okay?
Man, fuck all that.
It's a lot.
On top.
It's a lot of energy, guys. Y'all not the ones getting pounded.
Oh my God, that's a good point.
Y'all are not, but like for real though, y'all don't understand this. You are not the one being pounded. Okay,
But you was built to be pounded.
Exactly.
But still,
what you talking
guys,
about?
can we catch a break?
Nah, fuck all that. Listen.
Yeah, look at
check
you.
this out.
Right. You just want to pound the pussy.
I be putting in, bro.
Pound it.
I put in work, bro.
You want to pound it.
Hours.
What is
I
wrong
wouldn't
with
say
y'all?
hours, but 45 minutes an hour, bro. Like I go in, bro. You know what I'm saying? I
got
go
5 minutes
I
with
go
me.
the fuck in. So yeah, you may be getting pounded, but goddamn it, I am sweating my ass off going to work. So yo,
I don't want to
that
speak
cardio-
on a lot of stuff sometimes, but listen, it be a lot. Listen, my significant other could have sex all day.
me too. I know exactly what he's. Yeah,
All day.
my girl know for a fact. She's like,
I don't know. I don't
you
think
want it
it's
again?
right.
I'm like, yeah. Go ahead and.
I'm not doing it.
If I was married, I would be having a whole lot more sex.
Yeah, I don't think.
But since I'm not,
Yeah, I'm not married either, so that's why I
I'm
ain't
trying to
doing
just
all
be
that either.
pounding nobody at all right now. I'm not saying I don't. I'm just saying that ain't it's like a practice.
So that goes back to why it's tricky for me, because I guess sometimes I have to have a conversation with myself and just be understanding that, I guess that man is just gonna go out and have sex with other people.
I mean, that's
And
a
so,
fault on his end, though.
Yeah, it is, but it's a lot of people that live their life
Fault
like
on
that,
his own.
because they want their dick to be jerked.
I mean, if relationship is a two-way street, and you gotta think. I always think about it like this: if I'm relying upon you for my sexual pleasure, and you're relying upon me
why?
for survival, and what do you mean why?
I'm just asking.
If you my woman and I'm relying on you for my sexual pleasure, and you tell me, okay, I need you to be monogamous to me, I'm like, okay, I'll be monogamous, but I need you to be able
Right,
to
and here you go, like, well, I'm not gonna give you pussy.
Hold on. I need
I'm
you
just
to be able
asking.
to keep
I'm
up.
just opening up
I'm
doors.
gonna need you to be able to keep up because I want it a lot. So if you want me to be with just you and don't stray, I can do that. but can you keep up?
Well, I know.
And if you can't keep up,
that's a song.
Then okay, we gonna have to.
I can't keep up.
We have to have a discussion because if you want monogamy from me, but we gotta have to come to some sort of agreement, some sort of median. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. Women ask for monogamy and then find out this nigga is a beast. I can't.
Right.
This nigga
I can't keep up.
Like
no, so I'm just I'm coming to an understanding, and it's okay. I'm coming to an understanding.
Yeah.
Because I appreciate what both of y'all
because there's a lot of women out there.
Time out. I'm sorry. Are you gonna answer your phone or not? We keep ignoring.
I'm in the middle of I'm working. I'm working right now.
Oh.
They got frustrated.
I probably should answer because he might get occupied at work.
That's your man.
Yeah.
Would he text
the big booty white girl might,
Oh, it's a big booty white girl.
distract him if I don't answer.
It's a big booty white girl. He be telling you.
Is it really a big?
It is.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you.
It is. I seen her last night.
Oh, you seen her last night?
I seen her last night. Yeah. I seen her. Seen that ass. I seen that ass last night. I said, "Oh, okay."
So that's up.
And you know,
she
white women are 30 years ahead of
there
black
she go.
women
You
in
know they
sex.
are. They got all that shit down pat.
They offer that. They
got that shit figured out. What? I'm being real. What that is?
Did you anal sex?
Did you get your balls played with today? You want me to rub your balls on
Right off
break?
the bat, they go. I
know right where to go.
I had
what, nigga? What are you talking about?
That's how they greet you, bro. I ain't gonna lie. When I was 18, right, and I'm not gonna say no names, but when I was 18, I was working at Lowe's, and little white girl, like we got cool and shit. She the first thing she like, you wanna fuck me in the ass? And I'm like,
what?
I was like, that is a nice little gesture, but man,
I don't want no shit on my dick. Excuse my language.
I've never done that. At that time, I'm like 18. I'm like, nah, I'm cool.
She was Catholic.
Good on that shit.
Mr. Cruz gonna have something to say to you.
Yeah, that motherfucker gonna cuss you out.
No.
You ain't answer my call. This big booty white bitch in my face.
That was before I cussed you out.
Ooh,
whatever
you
happened.
Oh, shit.
No, I ain't cussed nobody out. I don't do all that. I ain't doing
I
no
thought you
arguing and
said
cussing.
before I cussed you out.
No, I
did
thought
say
you.
that.
No, I was just joking.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't. I don't cuss him out. I don't do all that. I don't like to argue.
All right,
I don't like cussing.
Let's get into complacency in relationships.
Wait. Time out.
Yeah.
Shit, dang.
What?
You said something earlier I wanted to address. Fuck it. Let's go on now. Let's go ahead and keep floating.
All right, but yeah, complacency in relationships. And complacency is when you are in a place in your relationship where you got comfortable. Now you don't feel, you don't necessarily feel obligated to do. And I guess that's a fucked up word to use. When people hear the word obligated, they go, I have to do it. No, but it's when you get complacent, you are in a place in your relationship where you no longer feel obligated. I don't have to please you. I don't have to do this. You get complacent and you begin to take for granted the benefits that come with being with that your significant other and shit like that. So I want to hear some of y'all thoughts on complacency in a relationship. We done talked about the importance of sex to a degree. We really didn't get up the importance of it, but
right.
We'll
get back to it.
I say do it as frequently as possible. Keep that man, keep his brain on you. Fuck that motherfucker's brains out. But complacency in a relationship. What y'all think?
I remember what I want to talk about, but I'm gonna try and see how I can start. Yeah, without doing too much.
Yeah.
Complacency in a relationship. So I always talk about processes. Mm-hmm. When you do things, you gotta do them correctly. And one of the biggest problems I see between man and woman, and one of the main dysfunctions in a lot of relationships, is people don't do their relationships correctly from the jump. They be doing that shit backwards.
Right.
They meet each other. They love each other so much because they done spent a week together. Then they smash it raw. Somebody staying at somebody else's house for a month straight. You know what I'm saying? So they already like living like husband and wife without the commitment of being husband and wife.
That's very true.
You know what I'm saying? So
I
it's
agree.
like, because I done did this trend like, I don't know, too many fucking times. Like where I done just been like, in that groove in a relationship. And I'm just fine with what we got going on right here. Just like laying up, smashing, going to work, and then coming back.
Right.
Like, and I get really complacent in that. You know what I'm saying? I get comfortable just doing it the wrong way every fucking day. And then what starts to happen is you start becoming very intolerant with each other. You know what I mean? You start becoming very intolerant. There's gonna be things about the other person that irritate the shit out of you. Y'all ain't never actually set expectations at the beginning of y'all relationship and what y'all expected out of each other.
That's very true.
Ain't nobody ever laid them foundations. They just start hanging out and fucking.
Exactly.
So now you now so like they acting like husband and wife, but they ain't putting none of the work in. You know what I'm saying? To build up to that level. They just try to jump to the top and grab the fruit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Without planting the seed first and watering it and growing. But go ahead, Rosie. Or
yeah, go ahead, Rosie. I'm gonna say my
complacency. I agree with what you said, and complacency. That's a very, I mean, in a relationship, that is important. Like, I try not to get complacent.
How do you keep from getting complacent?
I mean, I'm always reinventing I think I reinvent myself daily. I'm always looking for some adventure for the day. I mean, that's just me though. That's just me naturally. Like, I don't like to get complacent just by myself. So.
Oh, wait a minute. Say that one more time.
I don't like to be complacent just
being by yourself.
Just with me, like as an individual. Like, I just like to constantly be evolving or, trying to make things better.
Always trying to improve your situation.
Yeah, I like to improve the situation. Like, because in my mind, I feel like if you don't change, then you die. Like, that's what's always in the back of my mind.
Yeah, he said if you're not growing, you're dying.
That's right. So, like, complacency to me is not growing.
Dang.
That's me.
That's yeah. I completely agree with that. I think that it's very easy to get complacent, especially when you don't have, like, something I discussed in my relationship was, after my whole crisis and all that shit, I said, you know what? I cannot go back to what we was doing. I can't go back to getting in that same routine, that same groove of picking up the kids, helping them with homework, sitting around the house, going to work, coming back, you leave off to work, and then pick up the kid. Like this cycle, it's like a endless cycle of no progression. And I said, every couple you need financial goals, you need relationship goals, like trips, vacation, things like that. You need goals for your children and goals on where you need to be in the next 5 years so far as living conditions. Because when you have goals like that, and then once you accomplish them, you reset them. Do the same thing, reset them. Because you can get complacent where you are physically, like where your location. You can get complacent with the person you're with and not expect anything out of them, and nothing new is going to ever happen. You can get complacent at your job, in the amount of money you're making. You can get complacent, and I think that's the quickest way to end a relationship, because a lot of women, they see that when they see a man get complacent and don't, you can just click it, yeah. So when they see a man get complacent, that's a big turnoff for a lot of women. They see you ain't progressing, you ain't trying to make more money, you ain't trying to be outgoing, you're not ambitious, you're not driven. That shit turns them off real quick, and they go to the next, because women, they're hypergamous by nature. So their thing is, I need to go to the next level up to a man who got more resources and a little bit more ambition, because it looks sexy on a man. So, yeah, but in the grasp or grips of a relationship, in the sense of just two people being together, complacency, I think you just got to set goals. You got to establish some sort of, you got to get out of, because it's kind of like I don't want to say a rat race, but it's like a
The
hamster
German wheel?
wheel.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
it's
Oh,
just it's
hamster,
just
not
a
German.
yeah, it's just a vicious cycle, and people get caught up in it, and then you know, it, I don't know. I think it breaks relationships.
Complacency. I'm so happy you brought this shit up, bro. Like that. Complacency is like salt. It's a silent killer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like you don't even realize how it's destroying you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I done had to check myself regularly because I'm so like, you already know how I am. Like I'm zen. Once I'm in meditation mode, I'm peaceful, I'm straight. I don't need a damn thing else. I sit there and drink water all day and look at the sunlight and be fine with that. But that's not good for my family or the people around me.
Yeah. And I think I think men and women get complacent differently. You see a lot of guys, they'll come home after work, hop right on Call of Duty or some video game, and they'll play that shit until it's time to take the kids to work or take kids to school or whatever. And the wife is just like, okay, you gonna do this all day or whatever, you know what I mean? Or in the reverse, you'll have a woman who's on her phone all day or on her laptop or talking on the phone with her friends all day, and the guy's just like, this is what we do, you know what I'm saying? And then you begin to take that person for granted, and you don't appreciate shit, and you know, like I said, it could lead to a lot. It's like you said, it's a silent killer. It leads to a lot of downfall. But along with that, after you get complacent, at what point, and this is going into the third topic, do you end a relationship? When is it time to end a relationship?
Now.
Not now.
I'm just playing, but I don't know. That's a good question because
That's why
I am very quick to cut the shit short.
Now,
you right.
I know, because I'm the same way. We done been through enough relationships in our past to be like, I know when I have to deal with some shit now.
Here lately, I have been practicing being more patient with people. Understanding, first of all, that I'm not married to that person, therefore, there's no commitment, agreement, or really
Obligation.
Thank you. So I've really been like working on being that person because.
She did not unmute her fucking mic.
That's my fault. Damn, I fucked up.
All right, go.
My
start.
bad,
Start.
Yeah, say that shit again.
So what I was saying was,
you like cabbage.
I do, especially on New Year's. But anyway.
Yeah. When do we end a relationship? When is it time to end?
In the relationship? Okay. Yeah. So that's what I was saying. So I've been practicing patience with others. And understanding that I'm not married to this person. So therefore, you know, understand that a person is not obligated really to do anything for you. Okay? They're not obligated. So I just been really working with that aspect of relationships. Because at times, you know, that was probably created some type of issue, expecting things, these unrealistic expectations of people, and it's not fair, I feel, to people to have put these pressures on people because of what you're seeking. So where are we talking about again now?
Complacency.
I am. I did smoke a little bit. Sorry. Yeah. So ending the relationship. So I have been. I said that I had typically I will end relationships pretty quickly. Okay. So when is it time? I'm struggling with that answer. I'm not quite sure what that answer is. Because I mean, I feel like once I feel unhappy with the situation, I'm ending it, and I don't know if that's right.
Okay. Let me phrase it like this. So, what are some key elements? What are some key elements, if we could list a few? Once that list is reached, then you go, okay, this has happened, that has happened, this, okay, and then this is the final straw. Okay, now it's time to cut my fuck off. Like, what is the list of things that would be the leading cause to end a relationship?
First, all I want to say is, I would like to say that a remedy for complacency is structure and discipline.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Those two things that weed out majority of all our problems. I know I'm very unstructured. I just kind of like with the wind with my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And discipline is like you got to be consistent. You know what I mean? I'm not always consistent with my shit either. But I like how you brought this up because okay, with the last girl I dated back in 21, like it wasn't like necessarily a list of things that she did. What was the final straw for me when I was finally like, okay, your ass is cooked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that final moment for me was like when I noticed that there wasn't going to be any change. Like
I love that.
You know what I'm saying? Once that was the same thing
right
I did
there.
with my ex-wife. Like I was like, okay,
That's it right there.
you're not gonna fucking change. Like
Okay,
you
so
for real not gonna change.
So number one, the inability to change.
That's it.
We gonna strike that as number one. The inability to change.
Yes.
So what would be what was some other key factors in that?
I think abuse. Like if you're an abusive person, it's gonna end.
Oh yeah, you put your hands on me.
But it doesn't even have to be physical. It could be mentally. It could be
abuse.
verbal abuse. I've even had a person who I felt like it was abuse. They would literally stop talking to you. To me, that is abuse.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, what the silent treatment?
Yes, like you'll go 2 weeks without talking to a person. To me, that's abuse.
I agree.
A relationship ended.
So okay, let's say the inability to change.
Different forms of abuse.
Different forms of abuse, whether it be physical, verbal, or non-verbal.
Right.
For that matter.
Good point.
The third would be, I guess. I guess that would fall under neglect.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. So you got
abuse.
the inability to change, neglect, which is all forms of abuse.
Right.
So what are some other things that we could throw in there that would be key factors to call it quits?
That's honestly, for me, as long as you show the ability to change and grow, everything else can be forgiven and worked past.
But we trying to find out what's the
point.
things that end relationship, how we ending this shit. What
how
are the
we
leading,
gonna end it.
What are the leading causes to walk out?
Constant lying.
Okay, so we
Untrust. You know what I mean? Just
so trust. So,
Right.
So the fourth pillar being trust, inability to be
trust.
trust
Ooh,
somebody.
man. Trust is something, guys. That's a
support.
big one.
So I'm happy you said that and you asked that because now my brain is rolling a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like I would say one of the things that I hated the most about a particular individual was like they had this like doubtful attitude.
pessimistic.
Like every time you presented some shit to them, they were like, I doubt it.
Shoot it
right.
down.
I didn't do that. I'm like, oh fuck no. Something ain't right here. I don't like this. I don't like this.
Can I say something, guys? I have
Go
a
ahead,
question.
say it.
Okay, because I struggle with this. I'm gonna be transparent. I struggle with.
You say you're transparent.
I'm going to be transparent.
I'm a transparent.
Okay, guys. How do us women?
Yeah.
How do us ladies get the message across when we're unpleased about something, to where you guys don't feel attacked or like you never do anything right? Oh, I never do anything right. Why? Because I said, can you
let me say this.
pick up your trash? Now you feel like you don't do everything right?
The wording and proper communication is so important.
Yes.
And both sides fail each other with doing this because they don't really know how to do it correctly. But
Yeah.
I would say when you speaking to me, I will listen to anything you tell me if you come at me correctly with it. Like,
But how do we know? How do we know? What's the correct way?
it's about how you present something.
What's
somebody
the
like,
correct way?
What's the correct way to serve food?
What
On a
if we
plate?
did it? Okay, so if we did it wrong, do we get another chance? I mean, or what? I mean, what is
So,
this? What is this we're doing here?
I have this thing where when I was a kid, like but your mother talked to you a certain way as a kid, some people go through it. Your mom talk to you a certain way, and you feel like a little boy and shit like that. And I notice whenever I'm being talked to by a woman, anyway, it could be my girl, it could be another woman, it could be a boss. If I get that same inkling that you're coming at me like you're talking to me like a child, or you're talking to me like talking down to me or some shit, like I'm beneath you, I immediately woof up, and I'm just like, and immediately it makes me go like, who the fuck you talking to? Like,
right?
Like because the thing is, I'll listen to you, I'll submit to whatever it is you're trying to tell me, and I'll listen and I'll absorb it and I'll try to comply and change. But at the same time, I got this thing in me where it's like, hold on, I'm a man. Who the fuck you talking to? Like, you talking to me like you want to do some shit. Like, I don't like certain ways. I just don't think a lot of women know how to speak to a man.
We do not.
Because
we are completely clueless.
You good, bro?
Yeah.
Because sometimes I get that same message. You're talking to me like a child.
Yeah, well, I don't think women know how
And
to
so then I say,
communicate with men
then
well,
I'm asking like, okay, well, how should I say this? I want to know. Help me understand how to talk to you like a man, because apparently, like, I'm not. I missed that lesson.
Yeah, women become.
I've missed that lesson.
Women becoming at dudes like they dudes, man. It's like.
No, well, I don't.
Dudes don't even do that shit.
I don't do that.
We don't even come at each other like that. You gonna get your shit up, nigga? Like nigga, that's a fight, motherfucker. Who you talking to?
I don't do that, but even if I come nicely, or if I try to put some thought into relaying a message, it still gets
lost in translation.
It still is not what it needs to be.
What you got on it, man? What you got?
What are we talking about?
Communication at this point. I know, right?
Well, we were supposed to be focusing on what are the key elements to ending the relationship.
When we ended it.
But we went into a rabbit hole of we kind of got caught up in how women should communicate.
Oh, how communicate.
So I think communication it would be on that list.
When they say communication is key, it really freaking is.
That
because
is
you can give somebody the most important information, but if it's not, like, you gotta break it down, like how birds feed baby birds. You
Listen,
know what I'm saying?
man, I notice whenever I'm communicating to a woman, specifically my woman, I will literally say this thing, and you'll understand exactly what I'm saying, but she'll take it.
That's so true.
And it's
vice
something
versa.
completely different. I'm like, what the fuck are you?
And vice versa.
I did not say.
Yes.
I did not say what you just said.
What exactly? What is this, y'all? I'm trying to figure this out. I mean, I had this exact experience just the other day.
Yeah.
I was trying to, get the message about I have trust issues, right? And I felt like I needed to say that. Like, look, I have some issues with trust. Like, it's a big thing for me. You know what I mean? And I'm working with it. I'm dealing with it. I'm working through it. You know what I mean? And I'm just giving this information. And my significant other goes into, well, babe, I'm not mad. You didn't make me mad. And he started talking about him being mad. And I didn't say nothing, y'all, because I'm already knowing that the communication, for whatever reason, never adds up. I'm sitting here trying to let him know that because of the issues that I'm working through right now, that it may cause me to react a little bit standoffish. Yeah. Right? And then he starts talking about how I didn't make him mad.
But it wasn't related to what you were saying.
I was talking about something completely different.
I got this issue with, I noticed, like, when my girl's talking to me a certain way, right? Like, I got this thing where I shell up and I'll start being vague. My answers will be vague. Mm-hmm. I will be answering the question, but I'm not saying anything.
That's a form of neglect.
And it could be,
speak on it.
Yeah, it could really cause problems because while you're being vague, she's trying to look for specific answers out of you, and you just going, you're leaving
too much.
Whenever you leave something left to somebody's interpretation, that is a big problem because when you are not clear about whatever it is you're trying to convey, and you leave it up to them to interpret what you. first and foremost, they're always gonna go way off of what the fuck you were trying to say. So I do have a bad habit of just being an asshole and just being vague because I don't want to answer a question or
Truth.
Or I feel like I'm in a pressure cooker.
Truth.
So I start going. I start being very empty in my answers, and that is a problem that I have because I'm just like, I don't like being interrogated. I feel like if I feel like I'm being interrogated, I'll be very vague.
And I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I've witnessed some people will start literally playing mind games, so to speak, when they get under that type of pressure. Like they'll start spinning your words. They'll start saying shit, try to confuse you. You know, cut the games. First of all, I don't understand that process, but I understand it I'm trying to be understanding of other people. That's what I'm trying to do.
So we can say that one pillar of ending a relationship would be the inability to change, neglect, communication, trust, and let's talk about my favorite one, which is, I think women and men both look at love and respect. Like, I think what a man see as respect is what women see as love. And they're almost interchangeable, but I notice when a man is talking about love, he's talking about respect. And when a woman is talking about respect, she's talking about love. It's very, they're very intertwined. I think men admire respect more and women want love and adoration more. So respect in a relationship, like as a man, like I notice if you're in a relationship and your woman is incapable of trusting or either respecting your decisions or always undermining what you are trying to do. Like if you say, hey, yeah, this is what I think we should be going in this trajectory here. We need to save up some money, whatever the case may be. This is where we need to be going. And she's always going in the opposite direction of where you're going. It's almost like she doesn't respect your vision. That right there could be problematic. That could be problematic. It kind of falls into what you were talking about when you are like, yo, okay, I got an idea. This is what we need to. This is what I want to do, and they shoot it down. It's kind of a lack of respect. But I will also give them a little grace because a lot of times, if you're a man that don't follow through with the things that you said, then how the fuck she gonna respect your
That's true.
decision making?
That's true. And going into that, going back to the love and respect, because those are some respect is a big thing for me. Amazing. Really, respect and loyalty is a real big thing for me. But that's just how I was raised. So I might be a little more leaning toward the masculine side because respect is very important to me.
Do we got? You said they got water in there.
Yeah.
I have to grab some.
I want to say this though. I can have respect for you. I can respect you and not love you. However, I cannot love you without respecting you. If I love you, I respect you. Automatic.
That's what I said.
Yeah, it's encompassing in there. But at the same time, respect can be separate from love in the sense of like, I'm walking past a random man, you know what I'm saying? And I respect him by not like walking in front of him or cutting him off or, you know what I'm saying, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I mean? Like, I can respect him, but don't mean I'll die for him.
See, I think that people fall in and out of love.
No, I feel like people fall in and out of lust, that they confuse for love.
Okay.
They confuse that excitement and desire for love.
Okay.
But see, like the lust and desire, that's not love.
So when you were in your marriage, you didn't have moments where
I looked at another girl's booty and was like, damn.
No, not saying lust. No, but you may have been like, oh God, I just don't like. I mean, you guys divorced. I mean, but I guess that doesn't. You still loved her.
If you had
even
any
though
idea
you were
how
divorced,
much I was trying not to get divorced.
Right.
Like when he brought up that point when is it time to let a relationship go?
Right.
That was so hard of a decision to say.
Yeah, dude.
I'm gonna get divorced and break up my family,
Right.
and potentially have another man
Right.
raising my children, and
Right.
another woman raising my, you know what I'm saying, ex-wife's kids. Like, I didn't want that at all.
I feel you.
Not one bit. But like I said, when I realized that somebody is not going to change, I gotta cut them loose.
Right.
Trees cut their leaves off.
Right.
Every winter.
Right.
Right? Because they got to survive. They can't survive the winter with leaves. They're giving out too much energy. You know what I'm saying?
I was watching that interview between Oprah Winfrey and Michelle Obama the other night. Oprah Winfrey. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Michelle Obama was talking about, her and Barack have been married for like 30 years. And 10 of those years, she said, was pure hell.
Ooh.
She said, but she would take those odds. She's like, out of 30 years, only 10 was rough. And then the other 20 was, great.
Was it 10 years when he was president?
Yeah.
I can see that being tough.
Yep.
Well, Michelle, she allows it.
Yep. So, but she was just talking about also, like in today's generation, like in marriage, in relationships, it's so easy nowadays for people to just walk away. And it's true, because I do it.
Yeah, they draw a very thin line in the sand today and walk away. But I think some women's strongest attribute in a relationship is loyalty.
Yeah.
Right.
Because my wife, listen, I put this woman through fucking hell. I am not an easy motherfucker to deal with. I'm first and foremost, I'm overly sexual. I like attention.
Right.
I know that sounds like some bitch shit, but
It
I like
just
attention
sounds
from
honest.
I like attention from other women. Whether I act on it or not, I don't necessarily. A lot of times I don't even want sex from another chick. It's just like I like motherfuckers to like me. Girls, I don't give a fuck about a nigga, but I just like bitches to like me. And that could be a problem for your woman because she has admitted that she sees chicks looking at me when we out and about and shit like that.
Right.
I have never been that attractive to people.
What?
I've never been that attractive. I've never had women running up to me trying to talk to me.
Well, probably until they get to know you.
I mean, you gotta get to know me though, like, which means you can't do that unless you like in my vicinity, like that proximity. You know what I'm saying? That closeness.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people never get that opportunity to.
Well, you should be happy. I mean, that keeps you,
Oh, I'm straight. Yeah, I can stay away from a lot of bullshit.
Yeah.
I'll be sliding past a lot of bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh, let's all whisper. He on the phone.
Well, at least he answered the phone. I'm gonna probably have to argue all night. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not arguing.
That was my dad.
I'm not arguing.
Oh, okay.
That's my dad.
That man gave
It's
him
a
life.
joke.
He came from that dude's
Yeah,
sack.
I love my dad, man. My pops, man, world's greatest pops, man. My pops was gentle with me. He was patient. Of course, I'm his only son, but yeah.
So why you so mean?
So, cause nigga, I don't know. I was spoiled, motherfucker. I guess I don't know. Like, I am mean as shit. But I'm very. You know what though? I noticed when, and this is side conversations, but I noticed when I'm one-on-one with each of my kids. I only got 3. Fuck y'all.
You got 4.
I got a stepson. And I'm good to him, but his father is in his life, so I don't try to step on no toes. I don't want to. I'll never not claim him, but out of respect for somebody else's kid, I try to, Right. But at the same time, he loves and respects me as his stepfather, so But so yeah, I take care of 4 kids, and I notice when I'm with them individually, I'm very different from when I'm with them dealing with them in a group setting. When I deal with them in a group setting, it's drill sergeant. All you motherfuckers get your asses up here, do this, da da da. I'm like that. But one-on-one, I'm very philosophical. I'm very patient. I like to give personalized information based on what it is that they need.
That's right.
So yeah, I'm a lot more patient and gentle when it's just one-on-one, and I'm calm. I don't have that same level of patience when I deal with them in a group. So yeah, but
it's a lot of energy to manage.
yeah.
4 kids is a lot.
I
Yeah,
have 6 children.
But yeah, man, I love my pops though, man. Shout out to. I got to talk to you about my trip to Indianapolis, bro. Like my trip to Indianapolis.
You got the hat on right
yeah,
now.
but I got, cause I'm, for those that don't know, I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana. I live down here in Georgia, Alabama area, but yeah, I'm from Indiana. I'm a Midwestern boy, born and raised. You know what I'm saying? And I had recently went back to Indianapolis, man, and growing up there, it was, you already know, Rosie.
Yeah, because I'm from
rough.
Naptown too.
Yeah, it's rough, you know.
This is
what I'm
a
saying?
nap sandwich.
That's what, yeah, I'm saying. Well, I always call black people call it Naptown. I call it Circle City.
Circle
that's
City.
That's what it really is.
Yeah, that's
like
what
the
it
Circle
is.
City Classic. So Indianapolis
What
to
the
me
fuck is the Circle
is
City
Circle
Classic?
City. Because they got the Monument Circle down there. Is it Monument Square or Monument Circle?
Oh, that's what that big ass roundabout with the statue?
Yeah.
Oh.
So Monument Circle, so they call it Circle City.
I was there.
So, you know what I'm saying? I'm a Circle City boy. I just came back from Indianapolis, man. Growing up there, it was rough. I went to Arsenal Technical High School, and, it was tough, man. But if you knew how to maneuver, you was quiet, you know what I'm saying, mind your fucking business, you get along. But you see a lot of shit going up in them streets. But, man, recently I just went up there, and I got to say, man, the city is so... It's progressing, man.
It's
progressing. I see. So, like, we went to this place called the Garage, right?
Okay.
It's
I've seen it. I haven't been.
Coca-Cola company thing, and what it is, it's like this. It's 2 different buildings, but on the inside, it's just a conglomerate of different food places. They got Venezuelan food, they got Brazilian food, they got Greek food, just all types of food.
I haven't been to
like
that.
So of course, me and my wife, we had some Brazilian. That shit was delicious, man. But yeah, the city is really progressing, and I'm noticing they're very they're progressive also in the sense that you see pride flags and stuff like. And I'm like, damn, Indianapolis has really changed. So I'm gonna post some pictures and shit on the on this particular once I edit everything. But yeah, very beautiful city, man. We even visited. I'm a big fan of this show on HGTV called Good Bones, where they be flipping houses and shit.
Oh yeah. You went to go see some of the houses?
Nina and Karen, her mom, like they do a lot. They flip a lot of properties in the Bates Hendricks area. So I went to Big 2 Chick distributing company, which is their little building. I bought some souvenirs and shit like that. I bought me a hat, the 2 Chicks hat, just to support them. And I wrote a little note on there. They got like a wall where you can write a note. And I'm Jeff and Leslie. That's my actual name, Jeff. But white boy, I'm white as fuck. I would start calling myself White Boy Jeff. But but yeah, so I wrote a little note on there saying we came all the way from Columbus, Georgia to support y'all. We love your show. Keep doing what you're doing. Leslie and Jeff. Some shit like that. And I wrote it on there. And it was just dope, man. And then we drove around the Bates Hendricks area to see like the properties that they flipped. And it was just amazing, man. Indiana is just it's really progressing, man. The city is a beautiful city, man. So shout out to Circle City.
You gotta sing that Michael Jackson song, bro.
I leave the children of here.
Oh,
That's
nigga.
going back to Indiana. Indiana, here I come.
Take your black card now.
No?
I've never heard that.
I'm going back to Indiana.
Never heard it.
That's my baby
You
song.
gotta listen to that.
I've never heard that.
That's how I learned he was from Indiana.
Shit. I'm sorry. It was that when he was a kid when he was saying this?
Yeah, that was Jackson.
Yeah, okay, that's why I don't know Kitty Michael.
You don't know Kitty Michael. That's when he was a fire as Michael. For real. Seeing him dance as a kid was dope. Like when you realize like the evolution of dance, like it was popping and waving. Like it was that started off in the '60s. You know what I'm saying? He was already robot with that motherfucker. Like, he was
I'm a dedicated Michael Jackson fan.
Oh,
Listen,
how many times did you see him in concert?
Of course, baby.
I only seen him in concert once. I was on my way to meet him personally because I was
faint?
going to meet him personally when he was had his little tour in Vegas.
This is it.
Listen, when I set my mind on meeting a celebrity, I do. Okay, and he was on my list.
The Rosie list.
But did you faint when he pointed though?
Oh, I would have. He would be nowhere around.
But
and I
time
would
out.
faint.
Can you tell the people the time you met Pop?
Yes.
Would you mind sharing that story with us real quick?
Yeah, we were back, back in the day. What was it, Black Expo? I don't remember the year. It had to be the 80s.
Black Expo, another big event when it comes to Indiana. I mean, when it comes to the Indiana Black Expo, man, it's one of the biggest events of the year. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, well, I was a junior journalist at the Indianapolis Recorder. Mm-hmm. Shout out to the Indianapolis Recorder. Yeah, black newspaper, black-owned newspaper.
Ooh, come on.
Yes. But I was working with them, and we got to go. That was my job. I would interview, local celebrities or people that weren't in the city, celebrities. But I did get to meet Tupac Shakur. He was down there at the Black Expo. That was a pretty cool little.
Was that the year that he gave that big speech? Because I know he was down there. He had the black beanie on and the overalls.
Overalls, yeah.
He gave that speech.
That was it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's that picture of him in overalls.
That it was a very popular speech he gave. Yeah,
that was it.
Negro gave a speech.
Yeah, that top man, bro.
Probably right before his speech. That's when we were all in the room. We were in like a little. Conference room. Yeah, and then we were all junior. We got to interview him, and
because the first thing he said, I know they told me to watch my language. Fuck that. And then
he was something else. He was something else. They when he was coming into the conference room where we were at to interview him, he was coming down the hallway, and I was out there. And they were chasing him like it was a mob of women. And you know how wide the convention center hallways, the aisleways are. I'm talking about it was a whole mob chasing me. And they chased him. He was running, and he ran into the conference room where we were at. And I was standing there, and he was like, I don't know why they chasing me. He was pissed, right? I don't know why they chasing me. And then I turned around and said, I done turned around and said, I don't know why they chasing you either.
Number one hater of the year, boy.
And then he just turned around and looked at me, and I was like,
I like that, though.
So that was cool.
I don't know why they're chasing you either.
But, yeah. So that was my experience with Tupac Shakur.
I got very limited celebrity experience. Like, my uncle used to be Trina's bodyguard. And on my 18th birthday, matter of fact, they came to Charlotte.
You talking about the baddest bitch?
Yeah, Trina, yeah. She talks just like how she sounds on the record. Like, that's her voice. She don't sound no different. Yeah, low key, it is. But anyway, they came to the Grady Cole Center in Charlotte. Yeah. And they ended up falling out with the promoter. I just so happened to have drove my stepdad's 2001 Ford Excursion. You know what I'm saying? With the... You already know it's 3 rows, you know what I'm saying? Right. So I'm just sitting in the car, me and my bro Ad, we're sitting there chilling. All of a sudden, I see my uncle take these keys and throw them over the fence of the stadium, the Grady Cole Stadium. And then they just storm toward the truck and just hop the fuck in, like for real. And Gina was sitting right behind me in the back. And then, okay. I ended up driving to the hotel, but I feel like I talked about this before. That time I was on a plane with J. Cole.
Yeah, you talked about that.
Yeah, but when J. Cole said that line, what good is first class if my niggas can't sit? My dude, I was literally on the plane with this man in first class, seeing his niggas not in first class with him. Because I seen when they was born, he had, I think it was 2 homeboys with him. You know what I'm saying? And then he loaded on first class, they got a regular. You know what I mean? Like, they walking past us going to the back of their bag.
They didn't mind.
So when he said
they did not mind.
We was on the plane any fucking ways, but I ain't never served food like that and alcohol in first class. Like, it's a whole different level up there. Them seats are big. You got space. Yeah. White people everywhere. They happy.
White people everywhere.
Yeah. It's a different environment. But, I ain't get to talk to Cole like I want to, but Crunchy Black from 3-6, before he left 3-6 Mafia, they had a dual performance at I think Johnson C. Smith, Trina, and Country Black. And that was the promoter who booked them had them all in the same hotel. So we was there waiting with my uncle, and Country Black come in through the bottom lobby. That Joker really is that damn black. Like I said, that Joker
crunchy black.
He really is Crunchy Black, boy. But he cool though. He was cool. He was fucking with us. Like he had some couple of bands on the front of the show.
I'm gonna tell you, man. I was in of course I was in Indiana. I was at Castleton Square Mall, and we was leaving, right? And it was me, my mom's, both my brothers and my uncle and shit. And a dude got out of like a van, just a regular little van. I guess it was his Uber or whatever. He had on all white t-shirt, bald head, like some denim jeans, little bracelet around the shit, little diamond shining. And I'm looking at this dude. I'm like, bro, look like DMX.
Oh shit,
bro! He looked at me. He's like, oh shit, yo, bro! I was like, bro, I watched Belly just a couple days ago. My mom was shocked. She went, "That's my favorite rapper." Like,
wow.
Yeah,
was he taller than you?
You know, dude, he's about 5'9". Yeah, he's about 5'9".
He's not short.
He's not
Just
tall.
It's probably just the way big.
No, he's not tall, but he's not short. Like I'm 5'7". I'm short. He was about 5'9".
So he is taller than you.
Yeah, about 5'9", 5'10", something like that. He wasn't like super tall, but wasn't super. He was taller than me, but not like 6 foot or no shit like that. But yeah, my brother dapped him up and shit like that. He was cool. Like he had no security with him, but I was like, damn, DMX. We just fucking.
You know who else I met,
and
guys?
then he fucking died years later.
Now this is a good one.
I know this one.
Who?
Muhammad Ali.
Yes.
I knew that was coming. I was about to tell him.
Muhammad Ali.
Uh-huh.
Bro, he walked up to their family
Yep.
and like, what, hugged your brother or some
Picked
shit?
my little brother up and kissed him on the forehead.
Bruh,
Yep.
like Bill Clinton in the 90s.
in Lafayette Square Mall.
That's crazy.
Back in the day, Lafayette Square Mall used to be the spot.
Bro, Lafayette Square Mall.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you who we ran into at Lafayette. Brian McKnight.
Right.
I'm not bullshitting.
Exactly. I met Brian McKnight before.
Had female security around him.
What?
And my mom used to love Brian McKnight.
My dad's
bro.
a musician, so
he's walking towards us. We're coming in. He's coming out. It's Brian McKnight. My mom could not like compose herself to get to say something to him. I shook his hand. I was like, "What, Brian?" He shook both me and my brother's hands.
That's
and
tight.
My mom could not even get her shit together to like even say hello. And I'm like, Mom, that's your.
She was just sitting there starstruck.
Like I was like, yo,
it's like
she
Michael
couldn't even-
Jackson to probably tour, maybe.
That's that level of fame and stardom that I don't want. I don't want people to walk up to me and not be able to speak. I also don't want masses of people chasing
you.
Now,
Exactly.
what the fuck?
Oh, he was pissed about that one.
So we are
Fun
an
time.
hour in, guys. I mean, we could
wrap this up.
Yeah, we
can
want to wrap it
All right,
up.
we'll wrap it up. So,
We had a good
guys,
time.
we hope y'all enjoyed this episode of RPG TV. Once again, man, it's your boy RPG. We got Bandicoot Reg, and we got Rosie.
Hey.
And until next time, y'all, we out here.
I give you big vibes like I'm supposed to. I nail you down to the cross, bet you don't move. I pin you down.